watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, September 14th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Hells yeah, folks. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. Another night to talk. Well, I mean, we're not gonna fight. Well, I'm not fighting you, if that's what you're asking.
Because you'd lose.
No, because
Yes.
you'd lose.
I just said that. You're just copying me.
Shut up. Another night to talk about all the cool things in the world of professional wrestling. The cool matches, cool segments, great OMG moments, awesome nostalgia pops, and record and history-making moments in the all happening in the squared circle. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host, the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this awesome channel that you are watching right now. And on behalf of everybody here on the Ravens Flock, we appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in demand hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week. And to answer your question, Christian Cage, this father is doing fine. He's not dead yet. Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister. And Christian Cage, you better watch that mouth of yours, son, or I'll wash it out with soap.
He's gonna curse you with death anytime he gets on screen.
Apparently he hates dads.
He hates dads. Isn't he a dad?
Yeah, that's why he's shooed away his daughter.
Dude, you're a living contradictory. What the fuck?
Well, what do you expect? He's weird.
Yeah, that's true. And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, whether it be YouTube or Kick, you'll have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely custom emojis and membership badges, letting everybody know that you're stepping forward. You're helping the Ravens Flock claw our way out of those the depths and chasms of late-stage capitalism by helping us become full-time YouTuber legit, as Steph would say. You'll also gain access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you'll also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. But pray tell us, what exactly is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. All right, so here's what's up. We are just 1 week away from another TV special from AEW. They're coming back next week for Grand Slam at the Arthur Ashe Stadium in me and Juan's old stomping grounds of Queens, New York.
You're damn right. Apparently, Tony Khan decided he's going to try to trample on all of New York. I forgot to say hello to the folks in the chat, by the way, Jose. We've got Nikki Bella, Jen Pearson, Green Eye Dragon, Miss Kim is in the chat. I said Gene Rick, I believe. Project Metal Music is in there as well.
Hello, everybody. Hello, one and all. And I hope to see many more.
I didn't say Gene Rick. There we go. Hey, up there, everybody. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Absolutely, and I hope to see many more as we continue on with the stream. So, we're 1 week away from Grand Slam. NXT No Mercy is on Saturday, September 30th at the Bakersfield, California. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And Impact Wrestling, they're in the midst of a huge milestone, a huge historical making moment, as they have reached their 1,000th episode on the air for the promotion. More on that later.
It's actually such a big deal. As we're speaking right now, Impact Wrestling is going overtime over the air broadcast on Access TV. So,
which is why, as your awesome host that I am, I will be pulling double duty. I will be doing my reviews and I'll be watching the main event at the same time. So please don't be weirded out if I do like weird, awkward eye shifts.
You don't believe us, by the way? Take a look.
It's happening as we speak.
It's happening right now. We're not kidding. We don't make this mess up.
It's going to be fun. And you know what? I am up for the challenge. I'm not one to shy away from a difficult challenge.
It's true. We're doing our best to try to keep our attention on getting our reviews in and getting our information in as soon as possible and as accurately as possible without being distracted, even though the main event is an X Division Championship match between X Division champion Leo Rush defending against multi-time champion, one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin.
More on that later. And speaking of history making, Juan, I believe I sent you the file. I believe there's something we need to address before we get to the review.
You sent me a file?
On your folder. It's on your folder. I moved it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I did. I was proactive.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to move the thingy over here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move it over here. Give him a minute, because this is something very important that we do need to bring up. Scroll down. I don't have it set up, unfortunately, because, oh, man. You're going to have to maximize the window.
All right, give me a second over here.
Is it the thing?
That's that thing.
thing.
Okay, so what are you looking for, Jose?
We're celebrating a huge milestone for 3 of the most awesomest, coolest wrestlers of all time.
Oh, it's not here.
It's not here?
Nope. You
Fuck!
You didn't put it in. You fucked up.
Hang on a minute! Damn
it! Jose screwed up. I can't believe this guy.
Damn it, for all of my brilliance, I'm foiled again!
By something as simple as forgetting to do a thing. Ha! Go figure. And once again, I gotta clean up the mess. By pointing it out at you.
Hang on a minute. There we go. There, I just sent it to you. There!
Okay, you sent it to me.
So folks, all right.
Like,
well, let me preface it. Let me set it up.
All right.
Folks, for a couple of minutes, let's talk about Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Jon Moxley, who went under the WWE umbrella as Dean Ambrose. 3 of the guys who debuted as the cool faction, The Shield, in the Survivor Series of 2012. And these guys are pretty much the future of the wrestling business. And now today, on September 14th of 2023, Pro Wrestling Illustrated has released their top 500 wrestlers, like their 500 wrestlers of all time in 2023, and ranking number 1, number 2, and number 3 on their list is
Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo,
Lima, Delta, Shield.
Jesus jumped up Christ. So congratulations to the WWE's World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. Congratulations to the Tribal Chief and WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns, and congratulations to the AEW International Champion and one of the founding members of the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley.
Hells yeah! Considering how well
clap?
they... Considering... Golf clap, indeed.
Golf clap.
They've accomplished a lot since making their debut. Considering how much they've accomplished as a group and in singles run, to see them get the accolades that they have right now, that is a huge success rate for Jon Moxley, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, and especially for 2 out of 3 of them, because Seth Rollins and Jon Moxley just came out of an incredible, awesome wrestling weekend during Labor Day weekend, defending with Seth Rollins successfully defending his World Heavyweight title, and Jon Moxley capturing the AEW International title.
That's right. He captured it against its former holder, longtime international champion, professionally squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Do I have to? No. Okay. Thank you.
And he went ahead and captured it at All Out.
Absolutely. And Roman Reigns, you know what? His reputation speaks for itself. He has made a huge comeback since making his return in the summer of 2020. Since he's had to overcome so many crappy things, like a lot of crap with John, like a lot of crappy booking, crappy creative, fans rejecting him,
having to wear blue contact lenses because Vince McMahon thought that he would be over if he had blue eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And
let's not forget Suffer and Succotash.
And let's not forget Suffer and Succotash. And of course, we do have to mention it because, well, he mentioned it, overcoming his battle with leukemia.
Exactly, yeah, and that's a continuing battle that he has to deal with all the time. So staying healthy and staying safe is what's important for him. So again, congratulations to all these freaking lunatics. The Shield reigns supreme in PW's top 500 list of 2023.
We in the Ravens flock, we believe in the Shield.
Now we just need Angel over here to complete the fisty thingy. Where is he?
And tactical.
Angel, give us your fisty thingy and then give us tactical gear.
He's fisting.
I know you're hiding it.
Juan, he's fisting us in spirit. That did not sound right.
No, it did not.
All right. Let's go ahead and start the review. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so this week's WWE NXT kicks off with a one-on-one match, a singles match, but this time with high stakes. It's a one-on-one encounter between...
Ooh, steak.
Yes, indeed. It's a one-on-one match between Wesley versus the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
Isn't this part of the Heritage Cup thingy? No.
Yes, it is. And while I'm doing the review, Juancho, can you please go check the thingy?
I will never check your thingy.
All right. Yes, whoever wins this one-on-one match will challenge Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship at No Mercy at the end of September. So, this was a very hard-hitting bout. Both of these guys have staked their claims to the NXT Championship last week on their promos, and these guys had an incredible opening match, and the crowd of the Capitol Wrestling Center ate it up, all of it. It was so good. High flying meets European strong style wrestling. The stars aligned during the main event, with Wesley hitting all of his high spots, but then Ilya Dragunov cutting him off at every chance he gets. And then when we got back from commercial break, Dragunov was keeping Wesley grounded, but then Wesley was able to hit his comeback. He hit his signature moves, hit his suicide dives outside of the ring. But then Dragunov was able to counter it. And during this match, Dragunov actually hit his Suplex City. He had two consecutive German suplexes. But then Wesley stopped Dragunov from hitting a third. But when they got to ringside, Dragunov hit his third, but he German suplexed Wesley onto the announce table.
Woo! Shit!
Hell
We're getting table problems already.
Do I have sugar in the thingy?
Yes.
Why, thank you. Anyway, so getting back to the match.
It's tea, because they just wanted tea. He made me get tea. There.
Oh, okay.
What are we trying to hide it for? Why are we calling it the thingy? It's tea, because they wanted tea. It's a stress relief tea. He takes it every time he goes to bed, especially when he's had a very stressful day of trying to look up weird pro wrestling news and us debating over what else we're going to talk about Saturday night at the Ravens Lock. He's had a very stressful day, and he's very strung out.
Juan, do you need tea?
Just shut up!
Okay.
Continue with the talk!
All right, but unfortunately, despite Wesley's efforts to make a comeback in his second win, it was all for naught, as Dragunov was able to shut him down with the Torpedo Moscow to pin and win. Your winner, and challenging Carmelo Hayes in a rematch for the NXT title at No Mercy, Ilya Dragunov.
Holy shit! All right, so the European strong style, the czar of NXT, Ilya Dragunov, is going forward, and he's steaming full speed ahead towards the NXT champion at No Mercy.
Yes,
digging it.
Now, in a later backstage segment, Wesley mentioned while walking away from the building that he is leaving NXT, that he is done. I'm not sure what that means. He might be taking a sabbatical. He might actually be getting called up to the main roster. Who knows?
Who knows? But truthfully, Wesley does deserve a main roster call-up, to be perfectly fair. But we'll leave that up to the folks in charge.
All right. Now let's get to the exciting match of the night. It's another round from the Global Heritage Invitational. And this time, representing England, is big strong boy himself, indie favorite, Tyler Bate, versus representing España, Spain, the masked luchador Power Ranger, Axiom.
Oh my god. What's even more hilarious is that the crowd has decided to go ahead and just accept that he looks like a Power Ranger, and they were chanting that at him. I don't know if that was meant to discourage or encourage him, but you know what? Freaking whatever.
Yeah, before we get to the technicality of the match, Juancho, I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
What are you talking about? Oh.
That.
There's a literal elephant in the room.
It's so weird. Folks, that is Noam Dar, the current NXT Heritage Cup champion, and he is wearing, I don't know what to call this.
Elephant pants.
Elephant pants with an elephant head sticking out. The hell, man?
Okay. It's like what you would wear, like, let's say if you wanted to look like you're at a Halloween party riding a horse or whatever. You would have your legs are the legs of the actual walking elephant in this case, because it's trumpeting up, and you see the little inflated tiny legs there?
Yes.
It's because, scale. I mean, it'd be ridiculous if
There's
it was
something very painfully ironic with this image. I don't know, man. Or maybe
I can't.
And you know what? And thankfully, the rest of his group weren't addressed as silly. The rest of the metaphor did go along with...
Yeah, the metaphor. Oh, Jesus, yeah.
The rest of the metaphor did go along with this safari gimmick, and they all dressed up in their own clothes. Oro Mensa and Lash Legend each were wearing their own, like, Crocodile Hunter clothing or whatever you want to call it.
Are you kidding me? They're on safari, motherfucker. Safari!
Thank you, Juan.
Oh my God. They look like they're cosplaying a bad version of the cast of Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle.
Yep, and Jakara Jackson, the orange-haired babe, is sporting cheetah patterned clothing.
Good grief. This is ridiculous.
But anyway, so back to...
do you guys understand the joke? No, do you get it? They're scouting their prey. They're hunting their quarry. They're observing their competition in their natural habitat.
You could say it's a metaphor.
You know what? That hurts. That hurts.
Ow! Wait.
You deserve that.
Oh, it's an S.
You don't deserve that.
Okay.
Get that back. Green Eye Dragon needed another player, so they got a blow-up elephant. No, it's not even a blow-up elephant. Noam Dar is wearing the blow-up elephant.
That is such a weird choice. What are you, you weird Israeli person?
Like
Scottish Israeli person. You weird man.
You weird person, you. Why would you dress like this to try to take your competition seriously? We don't take you seriously.
Okay, listen, you can say all the weird things.
Langs of hell.
Guys, you can say all the weird things you want about Juan Arouse and all of his silly antics, but you will never see him wear freaking elephant pants.
No, I will not. You can't pay me enough to wear elephant pants.
All right, now let's get to the match. Now,
yes,
this
please,
match,
for the love of God.
Sorry, I spent too much time on this painful.
This is what we get. Blah, we got
there
load
we
of
go.
Graphic. There we go.
So,
yes,
big
more
strong
elephants, please, in the chat. I want to see elephants, people.
So, Big Strong Boy versus the Power Ranger. It's as fast hitting action as you'd expect. Big Strong Boy actually hit Axiom with an airplane spin, not once, but twice during this match. One of the attempts, Axiom was able to reverse it, and he actually intercepted Tyler Bate and hit him with a fast hitting Spanish fly, which is like a backflip Uranagi slam, a backflip rock bottom, to break it down in simple terms. And Axiom was not done. The action kept going as Axiom and Tyler Bate brawled at the top turnbuckle, and Axiom hit Tyler Bate with a second rope Spanish fly, and the fans loved it.
Very nice. So everybody's getting a load of high-flying agility action over here. Matthew Coburn's in the chat. It's a jungle out there. Miss Kim and Green Eye Dragons are heeding my call for more elephants.
Oh, God.
We need elephants.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I literally need to download a sound effect, but I can't. I don't have the patience for that. So anyway, so after an awesome match that went past a commercial break, after spot, Tyler Bate was able to hit Axiom with the Tyler Driver 97.
Holy shit!
To pin and win.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So the winner of this round of the Global Heritage International Invitational is the Big Strong Boy, Tyler freaking Bates.
That's right.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
It is pretty good. And you know what? Power Ranger Shane aside, Axiom deserves some praise too. He wrestled really well during this match. It was pretty awesome. I loved it. Both these guys are great. Tyler Bate is slated to face Butch in the next round in the Global Heritage Invitational, which I will be talking about very, very shortly. But hang on a minute.
Let me just put it to you this way, Isaiah. You said it's gonna play it shortly.
Yes.
All right. This kind of calls for a celebration over here.
Yes, let's do it. Celebration time.
All right, so folks, let's go ahead and congratulate the big strong boy Tyler Bates in the way that the observers of this invitational tournament, the Meta-4, would want us to.
Are you having fun yet?
Are you? Are you winning, son? Aaron Cooper's in the chat. Hey up, Aaron Cooper. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We are not letting these hobos live that down. Ms. Kim is also throwing up some elephants. Thank you for that. Jesus jumped up Christ. These guys bring it on themselves. They help us write our jokes. As stupid as the Meta 4 faction is, I think we can give them props for giving us stupid material to help fill out the show. It make it a little more entertaining, a little bit more fun, not so dry and cut when it comes to calling matches.
Oh no, it is funny. It does leave an impression. But this is something that, unlike an actual elephant, we're never going to forget.
Exactly. Actually, no, an actual elephant, doesn't forget, but that's not the point.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, so now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and I was grasping at straws because there was a lot of weird, crazy, and albeit not so good segments on the show, so I tried to grasp straws and find out which one was good. And I actually found one that was good. It was a backstage interview conducted by Mackenzie Mitchell to talk with the bruiserweight himself, the former NXT United Kingdom champion, Butch.
AKA Pete Dunne. Okay, what's he doing back there?
He is participating in the Global Heritage Invitational, Wancho.
Okay. So this is just an interview segment?
It's an interview segment of him addressing his future opponent, Tyler Bate, who he will face next week. And this was awesome. Because you know why? Because I'll tell you why. It didn't go long. There was no interruptions. There was no tomfoolery. It was simple. It was bold. It was to the point. It was intense. He sounded invested. He looked like he wants to kill somebody. Fuck. And you know what? Pete Dunne is right. Because the interviewer actually did point out during his interview that there's a history between him and Tyler Bate that goes all the way back years ago. Kids, it's time for a history lesson.
Yay!
So,
we're learning.
Butch and wait, I didn't send those photos either?
Nope, you did not.
Wait, bullshit. No, I did. Yes, I did. Scroll down. Pretty sure I did. Yep, Mike, you passed it.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate were our actual rivals from back in the 2010s. They competed in the United Kingdom Championship Tournament and fought each other in 2017. And then at NXT TakeOver Chicago of that year, 2017, Pete Dunne dethroned Tyler Bate to become the second NXT UK champion in WWE history.
So yeah, these guys have some serious heat with each other. They have some serious beef with each other. And you're right, it does go a long way between the two of them.
Actually, yeah, no, right next to that fucking meme picture. There it is. Yeah, no. And this pretty much breaks down and these facts still hold true today. Basically, it's a tale of the tape between Butch and Tyler Bate.
Yeah, just remember he used to go by Pete Dunne. Now he's going by Butch. So Butch has the weight advantage on Tyler Bate by about 30 pounds, and they're both trained in European technical wrestling. Although Butch likes to switch it up with much more of a brawler edge to him. So if Tyler Bate wants to survive, being able to go toe against Butch once again, he's going to have to keep that in mind.
Hells yeah, definitely, and that's something. And you know what?
My friend's not in Birmingham. She's in Buckinghamshire.
Oh yeah, Buckinghamshire.
No, it's a different friend, not Steph. She's in Yorkshire.
Oh yeah, Steph's in Yorkshire. These two are from Dudley and Birmingham.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of someone else over here.
Nah, it's okay. England's a very big place.
Yeah, let's keep saying that.
You ass.
America! I'm kidding.
Steph will kill you.
She could try. She'll fly past me when she comes over this weekend over to California, so she can try. She'll fail, but she can try.
She'll drop a care package of like some random dude just hired to beat you up.
What?
From the airplane.
You think Steph is gonna drop like a little care packet, like a Hunger Games or whatever, where it comes off in a little parachute, and I open it up, and it's just a freaking punching bag. A boxing glove on a spring. So when I open it up, it just pops me in the mouth.
Yes.
That's giving Steph too much credit. You guys could go ahead and tell her that I said that. She doesn't have the balls to try and send me any sort of care package to punch me in the mouth.
Incorrect again, Juancho. She does have a set of balls. Lewis's balls.
Not anymore. She dumped him in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Ah.
All right. Now let's get to the bad match of the night. And I feel very, very bad about talking about this because, again, I don't take any pleasure on dunking people.
Dunking on people.
On dunking on people.
I do.
Juan does. I don't. I just don't because it's sad sometimes. Depending on who we're talking about.
Depending on who. Okay, well, who are we feeling bad for this? Nope, I'm not feeling bad at all.
It's a one-on-one match.
Dana Brooke. Nope.
It's a one-on-one match between Lyra Valkyria versus Dana Brooke. And this match started off in an earlier segment where Lyra Valkyria was talking to Dana Brooke's understudy, Kalani Jordan, and Dana Brooke assumed, like she thought that Lyra Valkyria was trying to steal her friend away from her.
Seriously?
Yeah, and then
are you for real?
And we got this match, and boy, it was painful to watch. Lyra Valkyria on her end, she did everything she could. No problems with Lyra. She's awesome. Keep flying, girl. But Dana Brooke, oh man, she got a lot of fans dunking on her. There was, it started off with fans chanting, Dana sucks. And then we got the let's go Dana, Dana sucks chants throughout the whole match.
Are you kidding me? They're giving her the let's go Cena sucks treatment?
It gets worse.
How does it get worse?
There was one guy, I'm surprised WWE didn't flag this and didn't try to mute that out, but there was one guy in the audience who was chanting, go away Dana. And he did it for a couple seconds, and I'm just thinking man, you know what? Fuck that guy, okay?
Wow, he's got some nerve on him.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck him. Fuck anyone who says that shit, man. These, say what you want about Dana Brooke, but Dana, for all her faults, for all the pitfalls that she's endured during her wrestling career, she has worked her ass off to try and improve her craft, to try and be better in the ring. And I cannot fault someone for actually trying to improve.
Not like she got anywhere else to go.
That being said, Lyra Valkyria hit her with all the spots. She hit her with a combination of striking blows, double palm strikes, elbow hits, crescent kicks, and she finally put away Dana Brooke with her finishing move with a flying splash to pin and win. Your winner, Lyra Valkyria.
Naturally, I mean, we're gonna put over the person who's, good.
And after the match, Lyra Valkyria went in for a professional handshake out of respect for Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke reluctantly shook the hand, but then as soon as Lyra's back is turned, it looks like Dana Brooke was about to unleash hell and attack her, but then Kalani Jordan stopped her in her tracks no, Dana, don't do it! To which Dana gave us all the crazy eyes saying oh, it's okay, I'm fine.
Excuse me? Is this what we're going for? Is this what we're trying? Is this what we're doing here? Is this why we're trying it out now? Is this the kind of freaking take that we're going with over here? Seriously? For realsies?
And
we're going for okay, she's being driven to go crazy because she sucks at wrestling? Is that what this is? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
I'll say this. Baron Corbin is a little bit more tolerable than this. Than Dana.
Baron Corbin is the worst.
I know he is.
He's the worst.
But at least he can go.
At least, yeah.
All right. Now we got to get to the bad segment. Now, this is something that I actually do feel bad about. It's a video package featuring the woke cult leader, Joe Gacy, and Ava Raine. And they're right now, and what they're doing is that they're standing outside, and they're standing in front of a tree that is rotting. I don't have a picture of it, but who cares? And it looks like they're holding a funeral because Joe Gacy went on a tangent saying oh, this tree is falling apart. I thank you for your loyalty, Ava, but our family is broken.
It is broken and it is rotted because the roots are rotted away. We have to start over sometimes.
Damn, WWE, you have no subtlety. You are telegraphing hard that the dyad are gone, and unfortunately, it's true.
It's damn true.
Yep, according to Wrestling Observer Radio, the original source, the grizzled young veterans, aka the dyad, are no longer with the WWE. They've requested their release all the way back in April 2023, and their contract is set to expire next month.
So they're out. They're gone. They are not coming back.
which is really sad. We've talked about this. Like their career wasn't bad. They've captured the NXT UK tag titles and the NXT tag titles from both brands respectively, and they were a credible tag team.
The problem is they never got called up.
They never got called up. They were never given their due. And that's
They
what
were
really
never given the opportunity to show what they could do on a bigger stage like Raw or SmackDown. But them's the shits, them's the breaks, and that's what we get.
That being said, Juan, should we sing it for one last time?
He's a grizzled young vet. He's a grizzled young vet. Subject to many times, and sometimes he forgets. Doesn't matter if he's curtain jerking or the main event, cause he's a grizzled young vet. He's a grizzled young vet. Thank you, Luke Gallows, for that ridiculous song. And A up there, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Welcome, welcome. That being said, because their contracts have expired, they are not bound by a no-compete clause, so they could appear in any promotion they want right after their expiration date in October.
So you better believe that there's going to be some morons over here who are saying like, oh, the grizzled young veterans are now all elite.
Or they could be going to Impact. I mean, that is an option.
It is.
Yeah, let's not sleep on Impact, folks.
No, seriously, folks need to chill with this. So yeah, this segment wasn't really bad because of how it was produced or anything. It was just that they weren't very good at hiding the fact that the only reason why they did this is because the dyad are gone. Also, can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ava Rain needs a better dress. I'm sorry. It looks like she's wearing a very awesomely well-designed, Lolita fashion-designed garbage bag.
Do you not agree with the material?
No, I don't agree with the material at all. The material makes it look like she's wearing a garbage bag.
Ouch.
A very well-designed Lolita fashion-style garbage bag.
Careful, Wancho. For all we know, it could be a property of Hot Topic, and they'll come after you.
Let's not even go there. It's definitely not Hot Topic.
Yeah, you're right. But
No,
here's
Hot
something.
Topic would be more expensive and it'd be gaudy.
But here's something that we can all universally agree with. It's main event time, folks. And this is a one-on-one match for the NXT Women's Championship as the defending champion Tiffany Stratton goes one-on-one against the man,
Big
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. Holy shit. And you know what? Tiffany Stratton brought this down on herself for being a little irrepressible asshole.
Yes, indeed. For the past couple of weeks, she's been calling out Becky Lynch on social media.
And on Monday Night Raw by appearing at ringside.
Yes, constantly reminding Becky Lynch that this is the one championship that she has never captured in her wrestling career. And after Becky Lynch put away Trish Stratus in the steel cage match at Payback in a backstage segment, yeah, she said that she would be visiting NXT very soon, and soon has arrived.
All right, so tell us how this wonderful once-in-a-lifetime match came about.
First of all, the fans were on their feet. Their fans were 100% behind Becky Lynch, to no surprise. And yeah, no, Becky Lynch was obviously the pro that carried this match. Tiffany Stratton, she did an excellent job. She did an amazing effort. She actually did hit a couple of power moves on Becky Lynch, even at one, and even tried to attempt hitting her prettiest moonsault ever. Becky Lynch was able to thwart it at every chance. And then the action continued on at ringside. I'm trying to think here. Tiffany, you saw the match with me too, by the way.
I did see the match too, but we're gonna lose our heads if we try to go into the minutia. Basically, Becky Lynch was trying to wallop the crap out of Tiffany, but Tiffany did have much more agility on her ass. So it stands to say that Tiffany was basically trying to run for dear fucking life.
Yes, she was. And when we got back from commercial break, Becky Lynch took control of this match. And there was a couple of attempts where she tried to lock in to disarm her. Tiffany Stratton was able to break out of the submission holds on those attempts. And yeah, no, good on her. And Tiffany Stratton, it looks like she was about to put away Becky Lynch. She hit her with a sit-out powerbomb, only getting a 2 count. And then when she tried to go for another attempt at the prettiest moonsault ever, Becky Lynch once again countered, hit the manhandle slam to pin and win. Your winner and new NXT Women's Champion, now a Grand Slam champion, Becky Lynch.
Holy shit. At long last, Becky Lynch has captured the NXT Women's Championship and has joined the ranks of the four horsewomen, as they were called in their younger days in the WWE. So that would be Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, Charlotte Flair, and Bayley, who are all recognized WWE Grand Slam champions.
Yes, indeed.
Also, Lisa Boo made her way into the chat just in the nick of time. Hey, they're up there, Lisa Boo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. So yeah,
welcome. And after the cameras went off the air, WWE actually released a network exclusive on their website and on YouTube. And Becky Lynch gave a heartfelt speech, and she thanked all the fans that attended this week's NXT, and that she will be a constant presence on NXT to defend the championship and to wrestle and compete every single week.
That's the kind of attitude you need from any defending champion. Now, we can't lie, Tiffany Stratton has been a dominant women's champion. However, she came up across one hurdle she just couldn't jump over, no matter how pretty her moonsaults are. So, be that as it may, looks like Becky Lynch is sticking around at NXT for a while, and we want to thank her very much for showing her dedication and congratulate her once again as the brand new NXT Women's Champion.
Now, hang on a minute. Don't change it yet, because I actually do want to get into a discussion, and this is something that I want to discuss with you, Juancho. Now, this brings up a very interesting question. First of all, yes, absolutely. Becky Lynch earned that championship, and she is a Grand Slam champion. That is history making. No one will ever take that away from her, right?
Yep.
But here's the big question. With Becky Lynch, did she really need the NXT Women's Championship?
Need it for advancing her career? No, not necessarily.
Yeah, because on the one hand...
But
yeah, go on.
She has... But the fact that she did have to, that she never actually got around to capturing the NXT Women's Championship during her original run in NXT is something that kind of, that's one of those, okay, if you want to be a weirdo completionist, that's what you want to get your hands on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, and you know what? I think that this is sort of twofold. Number one, yeah, it's good for Becky, and number two, it's also good for WWE NXT, considering that there's now reinvested interest in the brand, since they have a huge ratings, since they're getting a huge ratings pop since last week with Braun Breaker almost killing Von Wagner in the steel steps.
Right.
Yeah, no. There's actually an increase in ratings for this week's NXT. And I sent Juan the link, and if Juan wants to share it on the chat, he may.
No, I'm not going to share anything with the chat.
Now this is an article that's provided by WrestlingNews.co, and it's published on September 13th, yesterday. And the headline reads: "This week's WWE NXT draws the highest rating since 2020 for Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton." This show drew an average of 850,000 live viewers on the new USA Network, which is up from last week's 673,000 viewers, and it did a .26 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic.
All right, so yeah, go friggin' figure. Yeah, and if you don't believe us, here's the article itself. So let me actually zoom that in, because that's not big enough for people to read sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we don't have to read it in verbatim.
I'm just showing what it did over here. Stop it. Pop up. No.
Also
Tiffany Stratton versus Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's title. Wesley versus Ilya Dragunov. Tyler Bate versus Axiom. Akira Tozawa versus Nathan Fraser. The Creed brothers versus Idris Inoue and Malik Blade. And Dana Brooke versus Lyra Valkyria. Charlie Dempsey, Drew Gulak, and Damien Kemp versus Brooks Jensen, Josh Briggs, and Miles Bourne. And more was among things featured on the show.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and this is just going to show.
This is just the statistics of the ratings record for NXT as of late. That being said, yeah, no. And with Becky Lynch, going back to the earlier point, here's another reason why this works. Because right now in the current current picture of the women's division on Monday Night Raw, which by the way, Becky is a wrestler from Raw, the championship picture is already set. Rhea Ripley is the women's world champion, and it looks like right now she's setting up a rivalry against the returning Nia Jax.
Oh God!
Lord help her.
So Rhea Ripley looks like she's going to be promoted to the WWE injured list.
Unfortunately, yeah, Rhea Ripley's got her hands full with Nia Jax, and after Becky Lynch wrapped up her rivalry with Trish Stratus, where else could she go?
It's not like she's gonna just hover around in like the tag team division, try to pair up with someone against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
So yeah,
funny because seeing Chelsea Green go batshit, trying to get her hands around the man, that would be something I'd be willing to pay money to see.
That would be something I would have paid to see. But for all the reasons that me and Juan have just discussed, having Becky Lynch on NXT and the women's champion, that was the right call.
Yep, it's clearly a ratings-based decision. It's clearly a decision based on, hey, more people are interested in watching NXT. What else can we do to make people interested in watching NXT?
And I don't want to hear people complaining, oh, they're bringing in main roster talent. Dude, they've been having main roster talent visit NXT since NXT got its start.
Seriously, get over it, peons.
Exactly. Now, let's go ahead and shift gears, Juancho, because we're now going to talk about this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Man. All right, light the fuse, hit the boom, dynamite.
This week's AEW Dynamite takes place in Cincinnati, Ohio, the hometown of WWE legend, crazy flying Brian Pillman.
Holy shit! So Brian's got a gun. Brian Pillman, who invented inadvertently the term getting Pillmanized by having your leg or arm snapped in between a steel chair.
He was one of the greatest wrestling personalities in the 90s, man. Being mishandled from WCW and trying to leverage himself as, an actual talent between WCW and WWF at the time. And he's great on the mic too. He's an excellent talker.
He was an excellent man, so rest his soul.
Rest his soul. And his son, Brian Pillman Jr., who was a former AEW wrestler, is currently signed with the WWE.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. Brian Pillman Jr. is signed by WWE.
It's kind of interesting to see the AEW cast off signing going over to WWE. It's almost as if a certain Rhodes path from Atlanta, Georgia inspired them.
Yeah, we're seeing how the best in the world was mistreated over there, and he's and it looks as if like the power dynamic of the backstage area is completely thrown off, and people are jumping ship while they can.
Nah, nonsense. Our heads are getting too big on this, man.
No, that's so ridiculous. What are we talking about?
And hey, speaking of hometown, we open up this week's edition of AEW Dynamite with a one-on-one match for the AEW International Championship as the defending champion and hometown hero, the master of Death Jutsu, Jon Moxley.
I'm not calling him that.
Versus Big Bill.
I'm not calling him that either.
Or are you going to call him W. Morrissey? Because that sounds threatening.
I'm going to call him douchebag there.
Big douche. Oh my god. All right. So, classic big guy versus little guy, David versus Goliath match. Jon Moxley and Big Bill brawled in the ring with Big Bill using his size and strength advantage over the hardcore brawler. They took the action at ringside as Big Bill was throwing around Jon Moxley like a ragdoll, slamming him on the security barricade, and at one point busted his head first at ringside. Moxley, predictably, started bleeding from the forehead. So
Of course he did.
Because it's the only way he could feel alive, Juan.
No, he was thirsty. He wanted blood to drink, and he couldn't get any from Big Bill because Bill's a friggin' moron.
So the action, so we get the action back into the ring, and more Big Bill dominating over Jon Moxley during picture-in-picture and getting back from commercial break. Prince Nana at ringside just singing. Absolute Ricky Starks was at ringside as well, watching the whole action going on, and Jon Moxley was able to regain his footing. He started biting on Big Bill's head, started raking his back, and he hit Big Bill with a superplex from the top turnbuckle. That is pretty nice. A great show of strength from the Death Rider. So Jon Moxley and Big Bill continued on brawling. Big Bill hit a choke slam onto John Moxley. Was only able to get a 2 count. And Ricky Starks tried to interfere on behalf of Big Bill, but then out comes the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, to stop Ricky Starks in his tracks, allowing John Moxley to lock in his sleeper hold submission to force Big Bill to submit. Your winner by submission, and still the AEW International Champion, John Moxley.
All right, so the vampire won over the giant moron.
Hey, this is Cincinnati, Ohio. Show some respect. He's the hometown vampire.
Crybaby. Miss Kim is asking Lisa Boo if she's going to be at the meetup on the 25th, I believe, with Louis Lecca and with the Popcorn Planet team who are going to be there.
That sounds really fun. Unfortunately, myself...
D-Nice. Hey up, D-Nice. Welcome to Wrestle Wrewind.
Hey up, D-Nice. Thank you for the spooky ghost emoji. Unfortunately, myself and Mr. Juan Araz will not be in California to meet up with our friends from Popcorn Planet, but we are there in spirit.
Indeed. Well, let's just put it this way. We're broke. We can't fly to L.A. To save my life. It was a miracle that I flew to Las Vegas last year.
Yeah, no kidding. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match, and apparently, according to AEW statistics, this is their third encounter, round 3, as the Machine, Brian Cage, 1/3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions, goes one-on-one against the Hangman, Adam Page. What was the joke that Punk made? He called him a peg man, or?
Yeah, the peg man.
The peg man, the peg warmer, Adam Page.
Well, Adam Page likes pegs. He likes getting pegged. It's okay.
Okay, look, I'm not going to question.
We can call him that. It's okay. He likes pegging. He likes being pegged. The Hangman likes that, so why are we contradicting him?
Between Tony Khan and Hangman Adam Page, you don't have a problem hitting below the belt, do you?
No, I fucking don't. Let's keep going.
All right, so, like I said, this is their third encounter. And Brian Cage starts off early, using his power moves to dominate against the Virginian cowboy / school teacher. Oh yeah, by the way, Hangman Adam Page is a school teacher, or was a school teacher.
Now he's a drunk.
Well, no, because he got sober, and thanks to the help from his friends, the Dark Order.
No, he didn't. He still drinks.
Okay, but he doesn't drink a lot.
Yes, he does.
Damn.
He actually does.
Okay, well, fine.
Homeboy's an on-screen alcoholic, but I don't give a shit. Go on.
All right, so getting back to the match. And yeah, Prince Nana of the Embassy was at ringside watching on, dancing around like the heel manager that he is, and getting involved when the referee has his back turned, cutting off Hangman Adam Page whenever he's trying to hit a comeback. And yeah, no, the action keeps on going. We get back from commercial break. Brian Cage has Adam Page grounded, and then starts laying in a series of suplexes, but Hangman Adam Page was able to mount a comeback. He was able to reverse one of the moves from Brian Cage, hit his comeback, hit his moonsault to hit Brian Cage at ringside, that standing moonsault. I don't know how he was able to land on his feet. Him and Charlotte Flair land on their feet doing a moonsault. I don't know how they do it. It's so crazy.
That is really odd, and I'm not going to lie, that is impressive.
Peg Bundy. Thank you, Matthew Coburn.
And you're right, Aaron Cooper. We're trying to save up for the Japan trip.
Yes! That being said, but now Hangman Adam Page, he was trying to go for the buckshot lariat, but Brian Cage reversed it. So Hangman Adam Page hit his next big move, the Deadeye. With a show of strength, Hangman Adam Page actually hoisted over Brian Cage, hitting him with the Deadeye to pin and win. Your winner, the peg warmer, Adam Page.
Ha! Nice. Freaking, what do you call it? Just so you understand, Brian Cage looks like a fucking professional wrestler. He is gigantic. He is jacked. I believe we met him in person once. I believe that was in, which convention was it?
Was it Gamer Comic Expo?
No. It wasn't Gamer Comic Expo. It was a different convention that happened at that, at the Doubletree in Orlando. It wasn't Phantasm. It was a different one. Nuts. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Point is, like, we met him, and he's gigantic, and it was ridiculous, and the fact that anyone could lift him is a fucking miracle. Miss Kim in the chat is saying, I told my hubby about renting the car and going to LA, and he had a heart attack. He's in security and is freaked out about me being alone.
Whoa.
Totally understandable.
Okay.
That's why the only thing I can recommend is room with a buddy, or if you know anyone in the LA area, that'd be okay with splitting a hotel room with you, get in touch with them. I'm sure that Lewis and the Nerd Report team would be happy to communicate with you and figuring out how everyone's getting set up for their arrangements. And
also get a taser and a stab vest. Hey man, it's California. I don't trust anybody over there.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You could drive over to California and you could keep a taser on you, like a freaking stun gun. You keep a stun gun, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It's right next to my machete.
But we also need a stab vest.
I don't need no stab vest. I ain't getting stabbed. I'm slashing.
All right. Now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and this is a backstage interview with Renee Paquette, who's trying to get some words on the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, but specifically the AEW World Champion, MJF.
Yeah, this was after a particularly nasty encounter that MJF had over here. Also, Miss Kim is asking, are you guys from the Ravens flock in California? I can't remember.
We are actually from Tampa, Florida, so we're on the other side of the country.
Of the continent, of the landmass. We live a couple miles south of where Andy Signor does. So,
some bright good news.
Yeah, so, but that's beside the point. The point is, if I actually had his address, I would go and harass the hell out of Andy just to make fun with him. But I won't do that because I'm nice. But that's not the point. The point is we're actually gonna get in touch here over here in terms of MJF with some harsh words to say.
So this interview segment actually took place last week after MJF's MJF's talk segment with Samoa Joe, which ended with Samoa Joe beating the shit out of the world champion. So MJF first addressed the jilted lover Roderick Strong and basically told him that you are a third wheel, and then threw in some more Taylor Swift like insults his way.
It's weird because he's like the type of guy who would be up and down saying like, oh, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, that's girly crap, but then he would make a bunch of Taylor Swift references.
Now I'm waiting for them to release a video package of MJF and Adam Cole being buddy buddies listening to Taylor Swift in a car.
Oh my god, you better believe they're fucking doing it.
Dude, listen, if we literally have any spies or AEW bots watching our channel and getting ideas from us, like, they're gonna make it happen. We're speaking it into existence.
We're speaking into existence because Tony Khan's a plagiarist.
Yeah, I know. And then after addressing Roderick Strong, he addresses Samoa Joe, but this time he lays in some interesting math equations.
You see, you know what? I don't give a shit at this point.
I wish we had the audio of MJF laying out his version of the Steiner math.
Literally, MJF copies the Steiner math promo that was done against Samoa Joe back in the TNA days.
Yeah.
And I think I'm okay with just playing the audio on it.
Yeah, you can play. Right. You can play the audio.
Scott Steiner to be a three-way for the TNA heavyweight title at Sacrifice between you, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams take on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
Real quick, folks, for the record, this is for posterity and for historical reference and purposes only. So YouTube Human Reviewer and YouTube Automated Review, we're doing this for fun, not for profit. We're not ripping off anyone's information.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Steiner math promo from TNA Sacrifice 2008 with WCW legend Scott Steiner.
Big Papa Pump.
Oh.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
I think it never gets
so
old.
basically, just imagine MJF cutting almost that exact same stupid promo from on Samoa Joe here.
Hells yeah.
Oh my god.
Hells yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the video on YouTube. It is available on AEW's Twitter page. If you scroll hard enough and find it, the clip is available, so you can hear MJF's version of it.
Where he's basically saying that instead of it being a three-way match, he's saying that basically the fact that Adam Cole Baby is going to be at ringside watching MJF's back, that's where his chances drastically go down.
Yeah. Hells yeah. MJF is scheduled to defend his AEW World Championship next week at Grand Slam.
Holy shit. And yeah, you're right. Wow, he can math. Yeah, no, that math almost makes sense. He's trying. You get the idea of what was done, what was attempted to be done.
And you believe it.
But mainly, it just became a really bad, silly-ass meme, because it came from gigantic, steroidal, freak-looking guy, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Hey, man, who says he doesn't have brains to go with those brawns, am I right?
And naturally, MJF, with his natural charisma, basically took that same promo, put his spin on it, so basically, he did his own remix of this thing. And I promised K-Storm, if Jose didn't mention this promo tonight on Wrestle Rewind, I would smack him in the mouth.
Well, thankfully that you don't have to do that.
Awesome.
Now, let's get to the match of the night, unfortunately. And this is a fatal four-way women's match.
Oh, my lord.
Whoever wins, whoever wins becomes the #1 contender for the AEW Women's World title. From left to right, you have the participants. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Hikaru Shida, versus the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, versus former NXT UK Women's Champion, Toni Storm.
Alrighty, so, now, on paper, all of these women are excellent wrestlers. Seeing them in any sort of permutation in a match works out really well. Like Nyla Rose, she's got the size advantage over all the women because she's a
powerhouse.
She's a hefty powerhouse of death. Hikaru Shida is much more of a high flyer.
She's a striker, more of a striker.
Oh, really? Okay. Toni Storm, what's her deal?
Well, Toni Storm, she's the she and Dr. Britt Baker are very good technical wrestlers.
Okay, so they're more mat wrestling, more textile. Okay.
And recently we've seen a character change in Toni Storm. She seemed to have abandoned her rebel outcast like persona, and she's adopted more of a self-centered, delusional diva-like persona.
Who's literally losing her mind on screen, but what do we know?
But it's working. I mean, I'm entertained. Like, seriously, how many rebel anti-establishment characters we have in AEW? It's about time we see something different.
Well, here it is. You got something different here.
Now, unfortunately, this match didn't live up to expectations. Not because this was a bad match. It was not the fault on the wrestlers, but it is the fault of AEW management. Juan, I'm going to ask you a question. Throw a number. How much time do you think this match had? Throw in a number.
2 minutes.
A little more than that. Just a little.
3 minutes?
7 minutes.
7 minutes?
7 minutes.
7 minutes?
7 minutes.
7 minutes?
7 minutes, yes.
7 minutes is all the time I have to play with them!
7 minutes throughout the for this fatal four-way match, and that is including the picture-in-picture commercial break that this match suffered for.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
So yeah, going back to what we said, the past couple of weeks where AEW was promoting these women matches as main events was just nothing more but lip service. Thanks, Tony Khan. You are an idiot.
Indeed, this poor, stupid boy. He still doesn't get it. He still doesn't understand the basic freaking premise of what to do.
No, you had the right picture. Was that the right picture?
No, that's not the right picture.
No, that's not?
No, it's not. Okay, I had the wrong picture over here. I apologize, folks. Yeah, we don't have the picture that I was.
We don't have the picture. You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, the winner of this. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go into the deets because it was so painfully short. The winner of this match is Toni Storm. Toni Storm will face her former BFF Outcast member Saraya for the AEW Women's World Title.
So, okay, Toni Storm is going up against Saraya. Okay, so that's going to be
awesome.
That's going to be interesting, namely because recently Saraya has been catching heat online, and she's over here thinking that it's like, oh, well, I'm just a heel, and you guys are pissed off that I'm being healed. Like, she's catching heat in reality because the guy that she's in a relationship with turns out that he's a gigantic homophobe and transphobe, and she's egging him on.
Oh, no. See, I try not to bring personal life into this shit, but damn, Saraya, you've got to make better choices, honey.
I don't know if she's...
unless she knows something that we don't know. I mean, personally...
Here we go.
I mean, it's none of our business what these two do in their personal lives, but... yeah, no, book the women's division better. Come on, Tony Khan. Seriously?
No, I mean, he's too, like, why would he bother booking anything better? He's getting all the cocaine he wants out of all these shows and all these deals and the millions of dollars that he got from his daddy. Why would he bother? Why should he bother?
Okay, Wancho, careful. Or otherwise you'll be no better than the booger sugar daddy. If you continue down this road, you'll become his copycat.
Damn right. You're right. I cannot allow that to happen.
No, why would you want to be the next Tony
don't
Khan
wanna be
when you should remain as the one and only Juan Arouse?
But I don't want to be the next Tony Khan or the one and only Juan Arouse. I want to be the Juan Arouse with Tony Khan's money. Give me your money, Tony! You want me to shut up? Pay me $3 million, you son of a pig!
Yeah, give us money. Except the Jacksonville Jaguars. You could keep them.
You could keep the Jaguars. I don't give a shit about football. Give us your money.
Well,
$3 million.
I was actually saying that because, you know, they suck as a team.
I literally don't care about football. Give us $1 million each for me, Jose and Angel, and I will shut up about Tony Khan's booger sugar habits forever.
Exactly. You know, you still owe Juan royalties for Jungle Hook.
Yeah, exactly. # Jungle Hook was mine, you son of a bitch.
All right, now let's get on to the tiresome segment of the night, and I'm just about fucking done, and I want to see them move on already. It's an in-ring segment between Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, and Le Champion, Chris Jericho.
So collectively known together as Les Sex Gods. Jesus Christ, these guys need to chill with this shit. Also, right. Mr. Geek Me Out in the chat. Hey up, Mr. Geek Me Out. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. He's got a question. What do you think of the WWE Royal Rumble coming to Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida on January 27th, 2024?
Listen, I'm not one to put my personal business online. I'm just saying my birthday is 2 days from the Royal Rumble, and this would be one hell of a birthday gift.
Wink, nudge. People throw money at Jose. He wants to go to the Royal Rumble.
Please?
Send him to the Rumble.
Pretty
Jose will be entry number 30. He'll just go in and he'll throw fucking, I don't know, have him throw Chad Gable out in a gigantic, weird, dorky...
I don't think I could withstand any of Gunther's chops, Juan.
Oh no, Gunther will chop you right out of the ring.
He will. All right, so getting back into the segment here. Oh, hey, hang on a minute. We got some... no, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually want to put this on. Can you read that?
I mean, he's not... I mean, it's not spam, and they're not insulting anyone.
You sure about that?
Okay, well, let's see what this guy has to say, and then we'll argue it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
zoom
looks
out.
like
Why did you zoom in so much?
Because you can't read it from back there.
Yes, I can. I can actually read it just
okay,
fine.
Johnny Autism Wrestling over here.
I hear those posts to be released tomorrow. I'm just hoping they release that biatch Zoe.
Zoe Stark? Really?
Zoe Stark? You know what? Everyone has their opinions. We've talked about Zoe Stark in NXT, and I've seen her work on Raw, and she's actually really damn good, so I respectfully disagree with you.
All right, so that's perfectly fine, I suppose. And Gene Rick is telling Miss Kim, sweet, I was able to get the meetup date off. Awesome. Gene Rick is headed to L.A.
Hey, so getting back to the segment. All right.
Do we have to get back to the segment?
To Sammy Guevara's credit, he actually does sound passionately, and he was like babyface passionate in his promo segment, saying that he didn't come to AEW just to be in the shadow of Chris Jericho. He came to AEW so that he could be a main event star, so that he could become world champion.
But I invented it, baby! Invented, baby!
And that Sammy Guevara...
Invented it!
And that Sammy Guevara needs to beat Jericho next week, not only to earn Jericho's respect for him as a singles man, as a single star, but also, to get out of Jericho's shadow. And that is the story here, that Sammy Guevara is trying to get out of Jericho's shadow, and he's trying to be his own man.
But I invented, baby. I invented it.
Yeah, like I said, the segment wasn't
He
bad.
is so fucking...
Juan,
Oh my God.
listen, to their credit, the segment wasn't bad. They actually spoke well. I'm just tired. I am tired of these two. I am tired of Jericho and his stupid faction magic with the Inner Circle was cool, but with the Jericho Appreciation Society, that just wasn't necessary. And thank you, Miss Kim, for the $5 super chat.
Holy shit, thank you so much. Holy shit, thank you for that, Miss Kim. She's saying, I'm sure we could get you to the event by then. Here's hoping. Oh my God, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look that up over here.
Yeah, go right ahead. But WWE Royal Rumble 2024.
Yeah, tickets.
So, like I said, great segment. I just want them to move on. Contrary to Juan's opinions about Sammy Guevara, I actually like Sammy Guevara as a wrestler, as a performer. He's done great work. He's great on the mic. He's a great personality. He has a face everyone wants to punch. But he also has moments where he could babyface everybody, and that actually is pretty cool. I think what people really are tired of with Sammy Guevara is that they're still holding over his head about his personal dating life with Time Mello and everything. And yeah, I get it, but also that's none of our business.
Yeah. No, it really is none of our business over here. It really doesn't matter as far as his actual in-ring persona is concerned. But it kind of fucking matters.
Well, hang on a minute. Why do you say that?
Because, it's a reflection on how, what kind of a person he is, in real life, and people take that into account. Which is why I'm surprised people are still cheering for Saraya, when they should be crapping on her for having a shithead boyfriend. But that's not even the point, because that's what they have in AEW. It's for real, Jose.
Do you need my thing?
I got it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Counterpoint, counterpoint, yes, they should be dunking on Saraya's boyfriend, not on Saraya herself, especially when Saraya worked her ass off to get back into the ring after having to be forced into retirement.
But then again, Saraya, her making stupid personal life choices, this shit's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, of course.
And Miss Kim was actually saying, "Yep, Gene Rick, it was serendipity. I had this trip already booked before Steph announced her dates. Awesome. See, you guys are planning this shit out, and it looks incredible. I'm glad you can enjoy yourselves on your LA adventure with the Popcorn Planet team.
Good on all of you, and I hope you guys have fun. Juan, let's get to the main event. And this is...
Did Jericho even say anything about all this?
He did, but he said... all right, he said that, he tried to babyface Sammy Guevara, say, hey, listen, man, I never thought that you were my lackey. You are not my lackey, or he tried to babyface Sammy Guevara, but I could already predict that he's going to pull some sort of heel bullshit next week.
It's Chris Jericho. Of course he pulls heel bullshit.
But now let's get to the main event, and this is the Grand Slam Tournament Final. Whoever wins is #1 contender and will challenge MJF for the AEW World Title at Grand Slam. And it is a one-on-one fight between former NXT North American Champion Roderick Strong versus the Ring of Honor World Television Champion Samoa Joe.
Wow. Okay, so both these guys have a personal stake against MJF. Samoa Joe because,
Because
shoved.
he's an asshole.
Because he's an asshole.
And
Roderick Strong because
you stole Adam Cole
friend. And still rocking a stupid cushion neck brace. What the hell? Miss Kim is saying over here, I can't wait until we have a Florida meetup. That should be next. I hope so.
That will be fun.
Yeah, we'll do everything we can on the Ravens flock over here for us to crash that party. Because let's face it, I want Angel to weird out and piss off Steph and Andy and Lewis. Lewis needs to make his way over here to the East Coast. We want we want him to be afraid. Be deathly afraid of Angel Mendez. Blah!
Yeah. All right, so getting back to the main event. So, for the first parts, for the first a couple minutes of the main event, Roderick Strong has done everything he can to dodge, basically stick and move against against Samoa Joe, keeping his distance. Trying to
because his neck is so sensitive.
Because
his feelings.
I know, right? But then Samoa Joe, like the bulldozer, knocks down Roderick Strong and just throws him around across the ring like a freaking rag doll.
Of course he does. Joe don't give a shit. Joe's been playing this game for 20 some odd years. He doesn't give a damn.
Far too long, my friends.
Hey, answer me this. Does at any point in the match, over here, at any point in the match, does Roderick Strong try to throw a crossbody at Samoa Joe?
No.
Ah, man. Because, I love when Samoa Joe just walks away from someone trying to do a crossbody splash and just walks away, just, pisses off on them.
But during this match, Roderick Strong, yeah.
Oh, shit, Green Eye Dragon, you're right. The tickets for the Royal Rumble, anywhere between $330 to $860, depending on where you want to be seated.
Oh, man, that's something I'll have to think about. But getting back to it, getting back to the match. Roderick Strong was able to counter the Muscle Buster attempt from Samoa Joe, and with outside interference from Roderick Strong's new best friends, Mike Bennett and Mac Taven, who are part of Honor No More, who are now AEW and Ring of Honor bound. Roderick Strong was able to hit Samoa Joe with a series of moves. Like he hit him with a rocket kick, and I'm trying to think of what else happened. Oh no. He hit Roderick Strong hit Samoa Joe with the angle slam and then followed up with a running rocket kick, but Samoa Joe was able to kick out after 2.
Holy shit.
Yep, it looked like Roderick Strong had it won until Samoa Joe locks in the coquina clutch to choke out Roderick Strong. And
chokes him out and freaking messes with his neck some more.
Hells yeah.
I love it.
Your winner by submission, Samoa Joe.
So it's official. Samoa Joe is the #1 contender, and he will be facing Maxwell Jacob Friedman for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship next week at AEW Dynamite's Grand Slam.
Absolutely. And then after the match, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett came down to the aid of Roderick Strong to help him out. Adam Cole came down to the ring and tried to help out his best friend, but the Kingdom, the tag team, were just shoved Adam Cole away and walked out of there with Roderick Strong. And as they made their way back to the Titantron, then Samoa Joe attacks Adam Cole from behind and chokes him out with the coquina clutch.
Ooh.
And the show ends with Samoa Joe standing over Adam Cole's body.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not.
Oh, goddamn! Samoa Joe doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. That man is a mean champion, and he will destroy anybody in his path. And you know what? I love it. I'm all for it. And Roderick Strong, he did the best he could. It wasn't so good, but it's okay.
Yeah, let's not lie to ourselves. Roderick Strong was cannon fodder.
He
didn't stand a fucking chance.
He didn't stand a fucking chance, even with his cronies at ringside.
Oh well, sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. All right. Now let's get to this week's edition of Impact Wrestling, and and like I said earlier,
we have to take care of something a little bit important.
You're right. Before we get to this week's edition of Impact Wrestling, we have to discuss the main event for this year's pay-per-view event, Impact Wrestling's Victory Road.
Victory Road, country home, to the place
belong.
Impact Wrestling, Mountain
Mama. Victory home! Victory Road! Oh, Victory Road. One of the longest lasting pay-per-views back from the early years of TNA. They have a lot of very memorable moments for better or worse.
You got that right. Oh, I don't think we have to, wasn't Victory Road where they had that terrible, the original -5 stars match?
Victory Road is also the same pay-per-view where they had Sting versus Jeff Hardy.
And Jeff Hardy was stoned and drunk and high as a motherfucker, and Sting just rolled him up and pinned, and that was the end of the match.
Yep!
It was disgusting.
But
so, again, whether he, for good or ill, Victory Road has its history of memorable moments. But thankfully, that wasn't the case here.
Thankfully, this year, they did not subvert expectations. Instead, they actually exceeded expectations with a great main event. A one-on-one encounter, the long time building, and it's finally happened for the first time ever. The Canadian Iron Man, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, versus Steve Macklin.
This is a regular exhibition match, but you gotta understand, there were stakes in this match, and we're talking about things on the line, not food. Much to my dismay.
You and your obsession with steak.
I like beef!
We had fish!
And it was tasty, but I would like some beef, too. I know it was tasty, because I made it.
Then let's have beef tomorrow.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Now, getting to it, yes, as Juan pointed out, there were stakes in this rivalry. Earlier this year, they were supposed to face off at Rebellion for the Impact World Championship, but unfortunately, Josh Alexander's tricep injury put the brakes on those plans, and Impact Wrestling was forced to make changes, and Steve Maclin became the newly crowned, vacant Impact World Champion.
So under the circumstances, Josh Alexander's just basically got some beef with this guy, namely because, dude, you didn't really deserve to have to fill in my shoes, so I'm gonna mess you up.
And mess him up he did.
You gotta understand, this is the guy who made headgear look dangerous.
Hells yeah.
You're protecting headgear.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea how ridiculous you gotta be for that?
It's pretty ridiculous, but you know what? It works for Josh. So the two start off with some back and forth action. Josh Alexander getting the early advantage on hits the crossbody onto Steve Maclin outside underneath the bottom rope, which is always cool to see. Then after some brawling at ringside, Maclin was able to roll Josh Alexander back into the ring, hit him, and was able to wear down the Canadian Iron Man, hitting him with a special running spear. Here's the thing. He sets up Josh Alexander upside down on the corner against the turnbuckle, and then Steve Maclin runs towards Josh Alexander, hitting him with a spear.
Woof! Jesus Christ, taking a spear from someone that big, forget about it.
Upside down,
freaking
too.
Forget about it, man.
Tag him and bag him.
Tag him and bag him.
Josh Alexander was able to roll out of the ring to get a little bit of breathing room. And Steve Maclin actually hit a suicide dive through the ropes, to which Josh Alexander actually intercepted, used Steve Maclin's momentum to counter, and as Steve Maclin was in the air, Josh Alexander quickly intercepted it and turned it into a belly-to-belly onto the entrance ramp.
Fuck! Oh my god. This guy's just wrecking people left and right. It hurts.
It really hurts.
Keep going.
Yep.
I want to know more.
They get back into the ring, and both men are spin, exchanging right hand blows back and forth. Josh Alexander getting the better of the exchange, and Steve Maclin hitting not one but two vertical suplexes in a row, two amigos, and he tries to go to the top rope and tries to hit his flying headbutt, or as she calls it, the jar headbutt. Jar head, get it? Military.
Because military. Ha ha ha.
Yep. Josh Alexander was able to counter that, and he was able to. And there was also a point where Steve Maclin broke out of the ankle lock submission hold, but at the end of the day, Josh Alexander hit his C4 spike to pin and win. Your winner, Josh Alexander.
The walking weapon strikes again, and he gains the win over his rival Steve Maclin, proving once and for all that he is definitely a far more worthy man to have carried the Impact World title than Maclin could ever have hoped to be. Especially considering that Maclin was being a weird stalker before all this happened.
That was very weird.
It was being a really weird stalker.
What the hell was that?
Why are you stalking Josh Alexander? You have nothing to stalk him over. Aren't you who's he married to?
Deonna Purrazzo.
Go stalk Deonna Purrazzo, your wife. Go stalk her. She's got a booty. For Christ's sake, Steve.
Can you really stalk someone who you live with?
Yes.
Really?
Kinda, yeah. Just like there's a law where they're saying that yes, it does count if you kidnap your own child.
Okay, let's not get too much into that. I don't want to get into that because then I'm gonna get out at a creep into a creep or something. I don't want to.
No, I'm not outing anyone as a creep. I'm saying that Steve Maclin can stalk his wife. He better stalk Deonna Purrazzo this time, because after what Josh Alexander got done with him, he's gonna need all the voyeurism and entertainment he's gonna get.
So overall, this year's Victory Road was definitely a lot of fun. Great main event match between Josh Alexander versus Steve Maclin. Jordan Grace had an incredible return match, defeating Deonna Purrazzo, thus ending La Virtuosa Curse.
Yay!
The Trinity successfully defended her Knockouts World title against Alicia Edwards. And we crowned a new Impact Digital Media champion in the ECW Hardcore legend Tommy Dreamer. So that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
We also got a return of another ECW Hardcore legend who wrestled who wrestled Leo Rush for the X Division title, and it was get this, it was Lil Guido from the FBI, the full-blooded Italians.
Oh my shit. Okay, real quick. Yeah, Gene Rick was asking why was Roderick Strong wearing a neck brace?
Oh no, because about a month ago on an edition of AEW Collision on Saturday, Samoa Joe brutalized Roderick Strong in the ring, injuring his neck in the process, and CM Punk came down to rescue Roderick Strong from Samoa Joe.
And now Punk is gone.
And now Punk is gone. What the hell?
Also, the fact that he's wearing a gimmicky-looking cushion neck brace instead of an actual rigid one with like a polycarbonate or injection mold plastic frame around it, that just goes to show you that neck brace is bullshit.
And yes, Gene Rick, you are right. Samoa Joe could eat Roderick Strong.
If he wanted to.
If he wanted to. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to this week's edition of Impact Wrestling. But it's not just a regular show, folks. It is the 1000th episode.
Yay, congratulations to Impact Wrestling. The little promotion that refuses to die no matter how many times you have idiots in charge like Dixie Carter.
You know what? If this world does end up
Vince
to,
Russo.
you know, if we end up
Or
in
Hulk Hogan.
Juancho,
and Eric
let me tell you
Bischoff.
this. If we end up into another third world war and everyone's wiped out and we're like in this dystopic, sad, apocalyptic timeline, Impact Wrestling will still be around.
You're probably right.
Impact Wrestling will outlive everyone!
It just refuses to die. It's built different.
I know. So, this week's 1000th episode of Impact Wrestling starts off with a brilliant, awesome opening segment featuring all the Impact Knockouts standing in the ring.
Jose, you can quit ripping off Brian Zane already.
I didn't. That's not Brian Zane.
Well, whatever. The point is, you're ripping people off.
All right.
Holy
Oh,
shit! Look
at all the
wait.
bodies.
There's one guy. There's one dude.
There's like one dude out of all the knockouts.
Go from left to right if you can, Jose.
All right, here we go from left to right. Starting off
we're
with
going
the
with the
red
lady
cowboy hat.
Yeah. So
The cowboy hat red lady is Tasha Steelz. No, actually, you're gonna have to blow it up for me. And yeah, and let's see here. Now I'm trying to look at it carefully.
there's Deonna Purrazzo.
Yep, there's Deonna Purrazzo,
Giselle
the guy.
Shaw.
There's Giselle Shaw, and there's Savannah Evans next to Giselle Shaw. And these two ladies, they're the beautiful people. That's Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, to my knowledge. And the woman in the black dress is Juan's girl, Jordan Grace, Thick Mama Pump. And right there, and next to Jordan Grace is the Impact Hall of Famer, Gail Kim.
Behind her in the purple dreadlocks,
Is
the
awesome.
legendary fiend herself, Awesome Kong.
Yep. And then there's the Impact Knockouts World Champion Trinity. And on the mic is multi-time Impact Knockouts World Champion and former WWE Women's Champion, Mickie James.
Who's also my girl.
Who's also his girl.
And who's the dude over there that doesn't matter?
That is That is Jai Vidal. He is a part of Giselle Shaw's entourage.
Right, I remember that. I know things.
Yeah.
I know Tam Tam, like so many beautiful ladies here, and Jai Vidal, I guess.
Yeah. So each one of the knockouts actually got a chance to talk, and they're actually like hyping up, and you know, it's basically like a celebration of how far the knockouts have come in Impact Wrestling from its early inception in the aughts during the TNA years till now. And you know what? They deserve a lot of the praise. They even dropped some legends. They even compared like old generation to new generation. It was a great nostalgic moment, right, Juan?
It was an excellent moment over here. All these women basically coming out and celebrating the Knockouts division's contributions to the longevity of Impact Wrestling. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Just as all these incredibly talented ladies in the ring, as an example, it cannot be denied that Impact Wrestling has cultivated one of the strongest women's divisions in the world of professional wrestling, bar none. So,
absolutely.
Considering you have Gail Kim, who's been a wrestler and is now a Hall of Famer / authority figure there, you've got powerhouses like Thick Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, and Awesome Kong. You have the more sports entertainer divas in the beautiful women there, the beautiful people.
Yep. And Giselle Shaw.
Giselle Shaw's in that same frame, like the quintessential diva. Deonna Purrazzo and Mickie James are showing the strength of the technical style along with Savannah Evans, and of course Trinity is showing off what it takes to be a proper champion, and that is presentation.
Hells yeah.
You have any idea what's weird? Like, not only is she wearing like multicolored hair over here, in the back of her hair, she had extensions that read the word champ
Hells yeah.
going down the back of her hair.
Recognize.
So that was fucking awesome.
Hello, Vicente Guerrero. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. You're a little late, my friend. I just got through NXT and AEW Dynamite. But if you have any questions about both NXT and Dynamite, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and I will answer them. That being said, this opening segment wasn't just to celebrate the success of the Knockouts division, but also to set up a match for next week.
So, and it took Mickie James, because while the segment was going, and it went, because you had all these women trying to spit their game in the about the contributions they made as part of the Impact Knockouts division. So Mickie James was the last one to enter. I was literally looking at Jose. He's like, well, this is actually interesting. I looked at Jose and I said, if Mickie James isn't in this segment, I'm not interested. And then
Lo and behold,
right on cue, Mickie James shows up and he's like, hey, Juan, get a load of that. Mickie James is in the segment.
I'm telling you, man, we have special powers. Juan spoke her name in existence.
No, I spoke her name and she appeared. I believe in Mickie James.
That being said, next week's on Impact, there will be a 5-on-5 Knockouts tag match. The teams of Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Trinity, Jordan Grace, and the returning Mickie James versus the teams of Angelina Love, Deonna Purrazzo, Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, Angelina Love, and the returning Tasha Steelz.
Dear God.
It's gonna be great.
So many bodies in the ring, so many women's, so much fun, so much incredible talent on Jai Vidal. But that's not important. What's important is this is what the Impact Knockouts division is all about. Being able to showcase every single one of these women's individual styles and showing off that and celebrating what they've done in Impact Wrestling for like 1,000 episodes. Jesus Christ.
Wancho? I couldn't have said it better myself.
Indeed.
All right, now
Really
let's.
That's why I say it.
Usually, Deanna is cutting a promo cue, Mickie James a minute later, and vice versa. Yeah,
Yep.
Usually. Now let's get to the exciting match of the night, and my inner young wrestling child just came unglued because we got the reunion of Team 3D, aka the Dudley Boys.
Bully Ray and Devon returned to action in the ring. Who are the freaking poor saps who had to stand up against these multi-time Hall of Fame tag team champions?
Champagne Singh and his lackey. And it was pretty much one-sided. Devon Dudley hasn't been in the ring for a long time, and he definitely, he had a little bit of a rust, but he got his game on. He hit a couple of clotheslines and even hit a one-arm spine buster onto Champagne Singh, and it got the fans chanting, "You still got it," to Devon.
Of course. I mean, Devon's never lost it, man.
Hells yeah. No, it was an absolutely awesome reunion for the Dudleys. I'm going to call them the Dudleys because I don't give a shit. I started watching them as the Dudley Boys in the WWE, damn it. But anyways, so we got all the cool spots. Bully Ray hit his moves. Devon hit his moves. We even got that freaking Dudleyville headbutt that Devon does to the enemy's groin with Bully Ray setting him up. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know the what's up.
The what's up headbutt. And then, of course, the Dudleys got the tables out. Yep, Devon went to the bottom, went under the ring to grab a table. They hit Champagne Singh with the 3D to pin and win. Your winners, the Dudley Boys.
Team 3D come out on top once again.
And then after
showing that they still got it.
And then after the match, Bully Ray put Champagne Singh through the table.
Ha!
Fun fact, in a segment on Impact Wrestling during the 2010s, Bully Ray actually powerbombed Dixie Carter through the table.
She should have stayed gone from there.
Ah,
Fuck Dixie Carter. Anyway. What do you want me to say, huh? You want me to
I thought you'd appreciate that little bit of information.
You want me to sympathize? Do you? Because I don't. I don't sympathize at all. So
and
screw that.
This was so good. You know what? For the 1000th episode, for the anniversary, Impact Wrestling they sometimes do right with bringing in a nostalgic act for good pops. Sometimes they end up cannibalizing their own product just for like nostalgia pops that don't work. But this is an example of one that does work. The Dudleys are amazing. They are multi-time tag team champions from all over the place. WCW, ECW, WWF / WWE, TNA, freaking yeah,
TNA Impact here. Yeah, shit. They've caught it all. They caught them all. They caught all the gold.
Hells yeah, and they deserve it. So,
Indeed.
let's see some comments on the chat.
Yep. No, he's just saying same stuff over here. That with Team 3D.
Yes.
Breaking out the wood.
Do we have a table emoji? I don't think we have a table emoji.
Do we? Let me see here.
Yeah, go ahead and check. Yeah, type in table. Ah,
nope, no table emoji. Sorry.
No table? Come on!
Nope.
Damn it!
Let me even try this. Nope.
Not even a desk? Alright, fine. Let's just move on. It's
sorry,
fine.
Not allowed to have fun.
It's okay. Alright, now let's move on to the exciting segment, and it is the in-ring segment of Josh Alexander.
After his incredible victory over his opponent at Victory Road over here, the Josh Alexander basically stood up and beat the crap out of the guy verbally as well. Because they tell him what happened.
All right, so Josh Alexander, after successfully defeating Steve Macklin at Victory Road, he has redirected his course to regain his Impact World Championship and has turned his attention to Alex Shelley. Of course, it didn't take long for Alex Shelley to join in on the proceedings, and these two have a bit of a back-and-forth trash-talking contest. Josh Alexander claims that he's a fan of Alex Shelley, to which Alex Shelley calls him out, saying, "No, you're not a fan for me. You're a mark."
Ha ha.
Yeah, that didn't sit well for the walking weapon. Alex Shelley also mentioned that it's time for Josh Alexander to stop calling the Impact World title his title just because he never lost it, and to acknowledge that that title belongs to Alex Shelley, the current champion.
You have to admit, just because, like, here's the thing. The whole issue of I never lost the championship, so I'm still the champion. That's literally what CM Punk was building with the Real World Championship gimmick that he was running. But at the same time, Josh Alexander is still at Impact. He came back with a fiery vengeance. He's out here. He's rocking it in the ring. So he wants to get back at the championship.
Yeah.
And it's straightforward. So at this point, we're just waiting to see how this is going to turn out, Jose.
Absolutely, but the promo was then cut off by the Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, as they they went to work on both these guys, and after Alex Shelley and Josh Alexander fought back, they got into another back and forth face-to-face stare down, and then the Rascals started destroying Josh Alexander in the middle of the ring, and Alex Shelley, the prick that he is, walked out and just left Josh Alexander to the wolves.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Wow. So Alex Shelley's kind of healing it over here, I see.
He's kind of healing it. He's leaning heel on this. And you know what? This is actually pretty good. I like this. I want to see heel Alex Shelley. So
yeah. No, so do I. And I'm, yeah, I can see why I can see why people would be pissed at this. I'm royally pissed off at Alex Shelley, too. I wonder what Chris Sabin's thinking about his buddy.
All right. Yes. Good night, Miss Kim. You have a great night, and I hope you enjoy your time with Popcorn Planet. Green Eye Dragon. Wheelchair emoji.
Only chair-like emoji. Yeah.
But that's not the same as a table.
I know. What the hell, man? Oh yeah. If Vicente Guerrero over here, aptly named Champagne Singh, after getting beaten down by the Dudleys, he will need to be drunk later tonight to forget this ever happened. Trust me. Champagne Singh and literally his lackey, they're nothing more than a footnote.
All right, now let's get to the match of the night, and I don't care what people say. Like, yeah, they'll have their fans. They'll love this match concept. I personally don't like it. It is the Feast or Fired match. All right.
What?
All right, so here are the rules of this match. So in each corner of the wrestling ring, there are poles, and each pole has a briefcase. Yep, then the participants who enter the ring, they have a chance to climb up and grab the briefcases. And you can only have 4 winners, one for each briefcase. And if you grab the briefcase, you have to quickly exit the ring and into the ground. And if you make it to the ground, you're the winner.
Bro!
And whatever's in the briefcase that will be revealed next week, it'll either have a title shot or you'll be given the pink slip and you're fired.
Bro!
Now I don't have
But
any.
bro!
Now I don't have any
Bro!
evidence.
I invented the Attitude Era, bro!
I was gonna.
Why didn't you recognize me, bro? Bro!
Watch out.
Bro!
Oh my gosh, shut up, please.
Listen, bro, we're having tournaments, bro. I invented Stone Cold, bro. Everyone should be paying me, bro.
Anyways.
I'm the only genius in this whole fucking business, bro.
So as I was trying
Bro!
Okay, seriously, you can stop.
Bro!
Any-
Fuck Vince Russo.
I don't have any hard evidence or any other sources online to prove it, but I strongly believe that Vince Russo came up with this match concept during his time with TNA.
Hence me summoning his stupidity, because that's the only explanation for this weird ass kind of match.
Yeah, okay.
Why would anyone want to risk being fired?
It's pretty dumb. And yeah, there was a lot of wrestlers
So who are the guys in the ring for this?
All right, I can't remember all the names, so I'll remember as many as I can. There was Heath Slater, Moose, Sammy Callahan, Rich Swann. You also had Joe Hendry, Yuya Uemura. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, they had Kushida, Kevin McKnight, Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Black Taurus, Laredo Kid. Already too many bodies for this.
Yeah, it's... Oh, god dang it. This is the only... you kind of found a table there. That's the table flip in the emoticons there.
Yay!
You flipped it.
Thank you for the flip table, Green Eye Dragon. You're awesome.
Feast or fired, I never liked either. Fight hard as hell, and the briefcase you fought hard for could get you fired. So rewarding for a guy's hard work. Yeah, you're right, Vicente. Hence why we're 95% certain that this is a Vince Russo invention.
And this is an example of a nostalgia act in Impact Wrestling that should never have been brought back.
Bro!
That being said,
I invented The Rock, bro!
I'm just going to cut to the end. I don't know who the other winners are, but I know Yuya Uemura won one of the briefcases, and the last briefcase was actually won by Moose by accident. Let me explain. Heath Slater...
What the fuck?
Yeah, Heath Slater was in the ring with one of the heels. I forgot his name. No, it was Steve Macklin. Steve Macklin was brawling it out with Heath Slater in the ring. And then we got the return of another ECW hardcore legend, the former ECW world champion, Rhino, made his return and hit Steve Macklin with a gore. Macklin had the briefcase in hand, but once he got tackled, he accidentally let go of the briefcase. It went flying midair. Moose caught it. He was outside the ring, and he won.
What the fuck?
Moose won by accident.
What the fuck?
You know...
Bro. Aren't you gonna credit me for the greatest things in all of pro wrestling, bro? I invented the Attitude Era, bro.
Die!
You're watching everything on this, bro. Trust me, if they would only hire me to do the pro wrestling writing and write the stories, you would have a better product, bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit you with that mug.
I invented the Attitude Era, bro. I invented Stone Cold, bro.
All right.
Bro!
Okay, can you please stop? Jesus, man, I hate that guy.
We all hate Vince Russo. He's a fucking disgrace.
But I am happy to see Rhino back. Good for him.
Yeah, Rhino. Yeah, he's alright. Like, when he's not being a small town politician, he's being an excellent pro wrestler.
Now we get to
let's see over here. Yeah, Vicente was saying Johnny Swinger and the Good Hands were in it too.
Yes, Johnny Swinger, the Good Hands. They had freaking Alpha Bravo. Dirty Dango was in it too. A bunch of.
Why would Dirty Dango even want to be in this match? Doesn't he hate wrestling?
I don't know anymore.
And Vicente saying lulled when Moose standing outside just happens to grab the case, but hey, the next footballer can do it.
Ha!
Hey, yeah, right. So go fucking figure.
That being said, a nostalgic an ECW legend that really needs to go away, really doesn't need the title. And we got a backstage video segment with the newly crowned digital media champion, Tommy Dreamer.
Okay. Tommy, I understand you can still go. I understand you still have the bug. I understand that you have an incentive to want to give as much as possible to the world of professional wrestling. But my man, my brother in Christ, my helicopter dick apologist, man. Dude, you are... Oh, I'm sorry, you're looking the worst for wear, and that's the nicest way I can put it. Tommy, I'm so sorry, but please, my God. Oh, he's just hard to look at.
I was going to say, have we forgiven him for his comments in Dark Side of the Ring?
I'm not forgiving him on that, because that was still stupid. That's not the point. The point is, he looks rough. He looks out of
The man's
shape.
in his 50s.
Yeah. So is Rob
Van Dam, but Rob Van Dam took care of himself.
Yes, and so is R-Truth. Jesus Christ. That doesn't neither of them have that excuse.
Dude, Chris Jericho's in better shape than Tommy Dreamer. Think about that.
Okay, let's not say shit we can't take back.
He is.
Steve Macklin lost the case but won at life. Deonna Purrazzo every night is better than any title shot. Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be stalking anyone. Go stalk your sexy, beautiful wife.
Now,
Criminy.
Now, Tommy Dreamer did win this championship against Kenny King at Victory Road, and it was a title versus career match. If Tommy Dreamer would have lost, he would have been out of Impact Wrestling and be forced to retire. Which would have made more sense, but for some reason, we needed Tommy Dreamer as a champ. I don't get it. I mean, he has a digital media presence. He is a host of Busted Open Radio.
I don't understand, dude.
I don't understand it either. I thought this title was meant for the younger generation, but I don't know.
Yeah, for folks on digital media and stuff. My man.
Yeah.
My man. Like, dude.
That being said, having Kenny King win the title probably would have done him favors as the champion. But I don't know. I guess Impact Wrestling just thought, he wasn't the guy. I don't know, man. I don't know what people think. All I know is I don't want Tommy Dreamer as my digital media champion. Can we get Joe Hendry back? Can we get him to take the title off of him?
One thing. What else is Tommy Dreamer doing other than part-timing on the Busted Open podcast?
That's all he's doing. He's wrestling at Impact Wrestling, and he's doing Busted Open Radio.
I thought Busted Open was Bully Ray.
It's Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer and Mark Henry.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so technically he does qualify as a digital media champion because he's on digital media because he's one of the hosts of a podcast.
Yes.
Okay, I get it.
Oh, can we just have Jordan Grace beat the shit out of him?
Please! I'm begging you, man!
Well, actually, I kind of want Joe Hendry, but we could agree to disagree.
No. You set the table on this one, Jose. You set this one up. Thick Mama Pump, please put Tommy Dreamer out of his misery, man. Even if he said to the chat over here, since Tommy stopped wearing the green suspenders in 94, 95 ECW, being as he calls himself a fat ass sort of became his gimmick, loves to eat and brawl.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad.
Dude, you don't gotta do it like that, man.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that Rhino is still in the shape that he's in, and he's still wrestling. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap this up by talking about the main event for this 1000th episode of Impact Wrestling. And this match is a one-on-one match for the Impact X Division Championship. As the defending champion, the man of the hour, Leo Rush, defends against one half of the Motor City Machine Guns, multi-time X Division champion, Chris Sabin.
And you gotta remember, folks, when we started our program of Wrestle Rewind over here, Impact Wrestling was going overtime. It went over by about 9 minutes or so. So Jose was trying to watch the show.
I was trying my best.
Starting the program here.
Were you also trying to watch too?
I couldn't. I was doing the text.
Yeah, you're right. The TV
Vicente Guerrero, Sam Evans, and Tommy Dreamer in a technical match would be funny. Yes, neither could pull it off. I know. Jose and I actually brought that up. Jose was talking about Sandman in a wrestling match. We're like, really? Sandman wrestles? I thought he just gets drunk and beats people up with a stick.
Sometimes he wrestles.
How?
He hits a bulldog. He hits a Russian leg sweep. Sometimes with a kendo stick. And in that case, he calls it the White Russian leg sweep. Oh, the camera went black. They can't see you, Juan.
Yeah, it's that ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. The camera doesn't even want to. All right, bear with us, folks. We got to get the camera working.
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
So yes, well, you can hear me still, but yeah, as Juan mentioned, I did have to pull double duty. I had to watch the bit of the main event since they went overtime while doing the review.
Give me just a second, folks. There we go.
Yay!
Fixed it.
Yay!
Because I'm cool like that.
So anyway, the main event starts off. Both these guys go at 100 miles an hour. Lio Rush getting the earlier advantage over the veteran Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin, not taking any of his bullshit, was able to fire back and even started taunting Lio Rush. Then Lio Rush was able to. Lio Rush hit his top dive moves and even threw a little insult to injury, pulling off Chris Sabin's shtick, his hand gesture of Motor City or whatever the hell it's called. Yep. And then when we got back from commercial break, more action. Lio Rush kept things grounded with Chris Sabin, and then Chris Sabin was able to hit a comeback. And then there was more high flying action. Like I said, folks, I was double duty. I did the best I could to try and watch and review. Okay, but I could only do so much.
We literally could only do so much.
But in the end, after a great, excellent match that will go down for the books for Impact Wrestling, Chris Sabin was able to put down Lio Rush with the cradle shock to pin and win. Your winner and the new Impact X Division champion, Chris Sabin.
Holy shit. That was a phenomenal match, too. These guys were going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, like as I mentioned. But at the end of the day, Lio Rush was trying too hard. He was trying to pull off a bunch of crazy high-flying moves, but Chris Sabin managed to stunt him every step of the way.
Yep, and as the show closed off, all the Impact wrestlers actually came down to the ring to celebrate with Chris Sabin winning the X Division Championship, having him over their shoulders as the show went off the air.
That was nice. So for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, over the weekend tonight.
Show?
Let me just take a look over here in the chat before we do it. Vicente Guerrero saying, congrats to Chris Sabin on the X Division title win tonight. Hoping Lio Rush doesn't, quote, retire again.
I hope so, too. He's actually pretty good talent.
Matthew Coburn with Chris Sabin's hand gesture here is like, talk to Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters.
Thank you, Matthew Coburn. All right, Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so this week's Impact Wrestling was fantastic. A great opening segment. Lots of nostalgic acts coming back. I was very happy for it. Saw the Dudleys.
What about the Aces and Eights? Did they show up?
No.
But the Aces and Eights are such a memorable part of Impact Wrestling's history.
Probably next week.
What about the person who started all of Impact Wrestling?
Are you going to be an asshole right now?
Dixie Carter.
You're a jackass.
Yes,
Juan.
I'm a fucking jackass. But
let me continue if you don't mind. So yeah, we saw some.
Mind, but I'll stop.
We got some great nostalgic acts coming back. The Beautiful People came back. Gail Kim returning. Mickey James. We also got the Dudleys coming back. Frankie Kazarian returned with the first original knockout, Tracy Brooks,
who it was announced on this week's edition of Impact that Tracy Brooks is going to be inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame in recognition of her accomplishments and contributions in the building and establishment of the Knockouts division.
Yay!
Yay!
That is awesome.
Golf clap?
Golf clap indeed.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
All right.
Golf clap.
Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, it was more focused, but I don't know, like some parts I enjoyed, some parts I didn't. I like the opening match because I'm a big Moxley fan. Screw you, Juan.
Yeah.
I also like the main event. Samoa Joe destroying Roderick Strong was definitely the right choice, and I can't wait to see Joe versus MJF next week. I'm sick and tired of Chris Jericho taking up screen time. I just want Sammy Guevara to beat the shit out of him, but knowing this is a Chris Jericho feud, it's likely going to go on for months. Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage was good. I actually enjoyed it.
Page and Cage.
And Cage.
Cage should have beat
Page and Cage with all the rage.
Brian Cage should have beat the shit out of him handily.
Yeah, I know, but we're trying to push the Hangman apparently.
Why?
Because Hangman Adam Page is going to go one-on-one against Swerve Strickland at Wrestle Dream in October.
Is that right?
That is right.
Is that right?
In Seattle, Washington.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So that's actually congratulations to him on that.
Yes, indeed. That being said, Everything else was lackluster. The Fatal 4-Way women's match, I wish they were given more time instead of just 7 minutes. What the fuck, Tony Khan? Book the women's division better.
Page versus Cage, next time in a steel cage. Ha.
Yeah, that's my only major knock right now. Everything else was done by the numbers, but I really didn't like the way I don't like the way AEW is treating its women's division. For the past couple of weeks, have them featured as the main event, only to put them back where they belong,
Quote
like
unquote.
quote unquote where they belong, like
Putting
what the
them
fuck?
in their place. This is how you know, and I know that you crap on me for saying this. This is how you know for a fact that Tony Khan is a sexless geek, because he treats the women's division of AEW like they have cooties. That's the kind of booking this is. I just pieced it together. He books the women's division like they have cooties. Because he has never known a woman's touch. He has never had his pee-pee in a hoo-ha ever a day in his life.
Don't
This
forget.
guy could buy as much vagina as he wants. The problem is, he doesn't want any vagina. He wants cocaine, and he wants fucking to play with professional wrestlers as his friends.
Just remember, Juancho, Tony Khan is not booking the women's division alone. He has Kenny Omega to help him.
Well, then that just makes Kenny an enabler.
Oh.
Both in his bad booking and his coke habits.
Now, this week's edition. Oh, sorry. No, I actually have it up for a reason. I like
my
it.
bad.
This week's edition of WWE NXT was solid. It was fantastic. Great opening match. Great tournament matches in between. I love the promo from Pete Dunne. It was very solid. It was to the point. It was awesome. There were a lot of other segments that I kind of felt like missed the mark. Like they had a heel versus heel segment between Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, which didn't land with me. It felt confusing. But man, oh man, that segment with the dyad gong, like WWE isn't trying very hard. Like that's not subtext. That's just plain text, homie.
Yeah, it's literally just saying something like this over here. Hang on a minute. Let's see. It's literally just saying something like this.
Yeah, exactly,
Bye-bye,
just like
guys.
that.
There's no subtlety.
There is no subtlety. And Lyra Valkyria, I hate using this term, but it's kind of true because of the way the match was going about it. You'll probably disagree with me, Juan. Lyra Valkyria wrestled the broomstick.
Yeah, no, I agree. Lyra Valkyria wrestled a broomstick named Dana Brooke.
Unfortunately, yes. But everything else was average, but they made up for it in a tremendous way with a great main event. Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton deserve all the flowers for this main event.
All the roses,
match.
all the kudos, if you would.
And if the WWE's goal is to get more eyes on NXT to recapture that interest that they had years ago, to make it as a legit third brand, then yes, giving the title over to Becky Lynch is the right call. No disrespect to Tiffany Stratton, she's great in the ring, but in terms of helping move the needle, move the ratings numbers, they need more top guys.
Indeed, and this is how we're actually doing that. And yes, while NXT is still quote unquote the developmental brand, the fact of the matter is showcasing the rookies and comparing them in action against established all-time headliners in the WWE, the way that they did with Becky Lynch here taking on Tiffany Stratton, just like we had Rey Mysterio in matches over here, just like the Judgment Day has been going on tour all through NXT, especially with Little Dirty Dominic Mysterio as their North American champion. It's their way of saying, hey, NXT is the place to be. Vicente in the chat, Mercedes Martinez and Taya Valkyrie would be decent at booking the women's division in AEW. Tony Khan should let that happen, which is precisely why it'll never happen.
That's too good of an idea, Vicente. We can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things over at AEW, Vicente. That makes too much sense. I'm sorry. You just can't have that.
Absolutely. All right. So that's going to do it for this week, folks. And next week we'll return to our regular format. There's no pay-per-views happening this weekend, as far as my knowledge goes. And of course, folks, just to remind you, there will not be an edition of Los Amigos Play because this Saturday the Ravens flock is heading to Phantasm Orlando.
That's right. It's a horror convention. That's jam-packed. It's bite-sized, but it's fun.
NXT, bite-sized but fun-sized, and it's from Friday, September 15th till Sunday, September 17th at the Doubletree Hotel by Hilton in front of the entrance to Universal Orlando in Orlando, Florida. So if you're so for any folks who are watching, if you're local, if you're it's stateside, and if you're planning to, and if you want something fun to do and you like spooky shit, this is the place to go. We've been going to Phantasm Orlando for years, and we have a great rapport with lots of the staff and lots of the folks that we met at Phantasm Orlando.
Indeed. We haven't been able to advertise this one as much, namely because we're going as fans. We're not going to be there as press this time because we want to enjoy the experience of the convention, and we want to give it our money, and we want to make sure that it actually gets the support it deserves. One of the features on here is the Shockreel Cinema Film Festival. Yes, you can submit your short films, which are that'll be displayed and exhibited at Phantasm Orlando. And some of the guests that are at the convention include, let's see here. From Night of the Demons, Amelia Kincaid. We also have Donnie Jeffcoat and Alvin Alexis and Linnea Quigley and Allison Barron and Havens, all from that same movie. We have Scott Fensterer, who runs the Scott Fensterer Sculpture Studio. It's a creature house.
We have Tamara Glynn from Halloween 5.
Indeed. We've got Dave Sheridan from Scary Movie and The Devil's Rejects. Let's see here. Who else do we have in there? We've got other attractions, including different local cosplay groups, such as the Suncoast Ghostbusters, the Savior Impala,
the Klingon Assault Group.
Yep, and many, many more over here. We also have paranormal investigators, Bill Slevin and Joe Frank that are going to be there. So if you are into horror, this is going to be the place to be. And yeah, they're actually going to be part of the Paranormal Existence Research Society. So which is a professional nonprofit paranormal research group.
Yes.
So believe me when I say this is packed with all sorts of different stars in the world of horror and all things spooky. So you best believe if you are local in the Orlando area, and if you want to say hi to the Ravens flock as we tour through the convention Saturday, go ahead to phantasmofficial.com and get your tickets. And tell them the Ravens flock sent you.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for me, Juancho. Plug us away.
I will after I read the last little bits of the chat. Matthew Coburn. Other channels I watch go there with other conventions and theme parks, some of them from Florida. Excellent. So I hope that they go to Phantasm. We see them there. And if you sent us saying horror convention, should be cool. Maybe you meet Danielle Harris from Halloween 4 and 5. Is Danielle Harris going to be here?
I don't see her on the list.
Nope. I don't see her on the list either.
Sorry, homie.
Yeah, no, but maybe next time. Maybe they can actually get her in here.
Yeah. All right. Now plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casson. As he reviews for you the best of the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Remember to like and subscribe and to comment after the show in order to boost the algorithm. And become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock. Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/RavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravensflock.
Alright, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Juan Arouse. I'm your host, Jose Catamona.
I'm Juan Arouse.
That was Juan Arouse. And thank you. You didn't deserve it.